Libra, to your Astrodice reading for July. Hope your friends are doing great out there. If your friends like this, please like and subscribe. Right. Okay, let's see what's going on with you. And for those of you who are new, this is where I take astrology with the tarot and make a small horoscope for the month. Okay, let's see. Best message, best house. Ooh, going straight to the 12th house with some Venetian energy and ooh, with Aquarius energy. Wow. Okay. So, going over here to Venus. Nice. The part of you that desires beauty, success, indulgence, and valuables. Really thinking. That's going to be a great manifestation card right there. And we are in the portal right now for manifesting. So, guys, make sure that you are manifesting. Biggest manifestation portal of the year. So, make sure you are manifesting those dreams to come true. Okay. Aquarius, this energy is freedom-loving, rebellious, idealistic, and technical. Technical. Having a technical issue. Okay. Of my mouth of speaking. Going straight into the 12th house over here. This is the area of your life that is overwhelming you. Yield to the greater cause of power. So what is it that's overwhelming you when it comes to love, beauty, desires, indulgence, and valuables? Has something that has to do with you wanting to have the freedom and being about freedom loving. Could be wanting that financial freedom and loving it. Just love itself. Wanting something, needing something. You could even be a little rebellious right now at this time to get what you need. And rebellious doesn't always have to be a horrible thing. It could just be that I am so impulsive to do this, that I have to do this. Maybe you're being rebellious by working extra hours, putting yourself out there. You know, you figure if I'm working 12 hours instead of 8 or 9 hours, I'm being rebellious towards myself because I'm overworking myself. Okay, so it doesn't always have to be what you think. Being stubborn as well. Okay, so getting straight into the beginning of the month, middle of the month, and the end of the month. Clarify on the Venus, please, for the beginning of the month. Using your intuition. Ooh. Intuitively, you're noticing something. You're noticing your material harvest. You are noticing your manifestations. 9 of Pentacles. I have put in the fruits of my labor and I am manifesting this. This is what I want. Intuitively, you're saying, this is what I'm manifesting, what I want. Opening up to what you want. Holding tight. Being frugal also with your money. With your love. With whatever it is. Right? But really keeping that tight in some ways, but really, you see what I'm saying? Hey, this is where I need to be frugal. I need to maybe keep myself as stable as possible for the fruits of my labor to come in. And if I'm intuitively understanding this situation, right, I will overcome what's overwhelming me. Check out how it resonates. Everybody's story is a little different. You know if it's money, you know if it's love, you know what it is. Clarifying, please, on the situation, being the Emperor, understanding and having the understanding and the clarity of this is where my focus is. I'm sitting on my own throne. I have to be the Emperor. I have to do this. I'm giving myself structure and rules and power to get this done. No more messing around. And that could be where they're feeling like you're being a little rebellious as well, right? Because this card can come with stubbornness. I'm protecting what I want to protect. This is what I'm protecting. This is how it's going to be. Yeah. Material harvest of the 9 of Pentacles, you're saying, because of the 4 of Wands. You know what? If I'm protecting this love, I'm protecting this family, I'm protecting what is mine, I'm protecting maybe this marriage, or I'm protecting myself for what I need. something that makes me happy, something that makes me want to feel like I'm celebrating life. Opening up to the situation, you know, not only are you going to be frugal with your heart, with whatever it is and how you do things, right? Keeping your heart open, whatever it is, you know how it's going to be. It's because Spirit says no matter what, you're going to have to need to rest, relax, and meditate on the situation. Recuperate. You could be overdoing it. I said that before. Rebellious, you might be overworking yourself. But recuperate. It's time, right, to take a little bit of solitude toward yourself and rest. You've been pushing yourself to the limit. I can feel that. Trying to get out of this overwhelming situation. Pushing yourself so that way you can make the money that you want for that new car, that new house, that new furniture. That maybe you're pushing yourself over the limit to get that new love or fix a love. Sometimes fixing a love, it takes a lot of love to fix the love, right? However it is, you're trying your hardest over here to get to that finish line. And the mid-month, you have the success and the growth. Clarifying on this situation, please. Knowing, putting yourself into the knowing. Wow. Seeking the truth within the situation. So you have the success and the growth. You're pulling back the veil over here to seek the truth within the situation. It could even be seeking the truth within the situation of the success and growth. Right? Getting into that Eight of Wands, saying this is where my success and growth is. This is where I want, you know, this connection. This is where I want to better myself. But I do feel like you feel a little more cozy and a little more comfortable and a little more confident about where you're going and what's going on because you are in the knowing with the crown chakra. Absolutely. Trying one more time for the success and growth. I have to try this one more time. I'm aimlessly drifting. I can't do that. I have to avoid whatever it is that's in my mind that keeps me fearful of this isn't going to happen, or fearful of the loss, or fearful of the change, right? But I'm going to not keep myself into indecision. I have to go strong. And you're saying I have to grow strong. So I have to really seek the truth within the situation and really pull back that veil. I am the King of Pentacles. I know where my wealth is. I know how to do this business. I am in leadership mode. I am the Emperor, right? Okay, so seeking the truth is the Two of Cups. So definitely wanting some kind of connection over here. Either you want your marriage to come back together, or you are definitely seeking some kind of partnership, maybe within work, somebody to communicate with you and connect with you on whatever it is you want. If you're selling your house, buying your house, wanting furniture, maybe you want them to connect with you with a healthy price. But no matter what it is, you're seeking the truth within the situation to have the mutual connection and attraction to this situation, right? So you're saying, please be on my side. And that's what you're seeking the truth. Are you on my side? Do you really love me? Do you really want to connect and unify with me about the situation? And it could be a little overwhelming to think, are they on my side, right? Because I'm working really hard for it. Is this money opportunity on my side? Is the boss on my side? So however it is, it's whatever you're seeking success for. At the end of the month, whoa, I'm not even nostalgically thinking about this. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I am throwing that all away. I don't even want to go backwards. Wow. Not even going backwards. Not even thinking about it. Because you're saying I'm throwing away the past because I'm meditating and manifesting on the future, so I'm not even going to think there. And it makes me think that somebody is trying to bring you back into past. Somebody is coming back from the past to try to make you think about the past, and you're saying, no. I have new collaborations, I have new recognitions, new rewards, new things that I'm focused on, and I'm building something. Three of Pentacles, I am building up my future, and it starts now in my present. Do not bring up my past. So you have somebody from the past coming back who wants to, I think, communicate about the past. That's very overwhelming. Yeah. Change your focus. They're trying to make you look at Three of Cups upside down when you're saying, no, I see the Two of Cups behind me. You cannot come back and talk about this or even bring up that past, right? So it does make you feel like someone is trying to connect with you about some kind of past. Whether it was what happened in the past, next coming back? We'll find out right now. Past opportunities missed. They have wishful thinking and daydreaming about past things, and you're saying, I don't want to even think about that. I have the Wheel of Fortune. Whoa. No, this is the turning point within my life, which is inevitable fate. Yes, I'm going to have ups and downs about the situation. Yes, some things will be unpredictable, but that's okay. That's okay because it's all good karma and all within the good timing. You have a purpose and you found the purpose. You do not need to go back into the past. Look at past daydreams. You do not need to go back there. Look at past love. You do not need this past love person to come over here and say, hey, we had a missed opportunity. You're saying, no, we don't. I have the 10 of Cups. I do not want to bring up the past. I don't want anything. You're literally saying, I don't want anything to do with that. I found the purpose for today. The past means nothing to me. Whatever didn't happen, didn't happen. Right? You have the total love and support for yourselves and for your dreams to come true of what you're manifesting now in the present. You're saying yesterday's dreams, we're not making it. So I'm not thinking about that. I've built new ones. Good job. They're justice and they're fair. Yes. And there's a lot of cause and effect. That's a lot of law and attraction. That's a lot of manifesting, a lot of prayers. Right? So this is where the truth and the clarity is coming through for the sun, because you're saying this is where the blessing is. And Spirit says this is the blessing. The blessing says this is what you have talked to me about. This is where you've put your energy in. This is what you're overwhelming you. Just wait till the sun comes out. The biggest yes card and the biggest, happiest, positive card in the whole deck says, yes, you will have the abundance. Yes, you will have that fun. This is the time to feel good. This is not a time to be looking and wandering around in the past or listening to past people bring up past things. Right? You have great strides towards what it is that you want, and you've been working really hard with them. Do not allow others to clash you or clash against you on past things. And if you have a loved one who's trying to bring up the past about, oh, we could have done this and we could have done that, even in a marriage, it doesn't matter. You're going to tell them, no, we have a deeper sense of peace and security now. We're building something different. We're building stronger foundations. We do not have time for that. Right? So, yeah, this could be very disappointing for them. Absolutely. They may even say that maybe you're illusion. This is all an illusion. No, we have the sun. This ain't a friggin' illusion. The sun doesn't allow illusions. It goes through the fog and burns out. What does the sun do when it's foggy outside? It burns the fog off. So even if you felt like this was an illusion at one time, my friends, it is not an illusion. It is real. Because the sun always burns off the clouds, the fog. Right? And if they want to say, oh, this is just a foggy illusion, you should do this and that. No, I don't have time for that. It's time for me to sparkle. It's time for me to shine. I have the Wheel of Fortune. Absolutely. You have the Chariot with the Fool coming out. New beginnings. Time to get spontaneous. Time to feel the pleasure. You have the Sun again behind the Fool saying you are in a place of possibilities. You are moving in with the Chariot in the right direction, determined with the progress. The Chariot's already on its way. You already made it there. Why the hell would I want to go backwards and let the Chariot just disappear? Right? Why? When I'm already there. I'm already halfway there. I'm either already halfway there or I'm already there. But I'll tell you one thing, what's the difference? If you're already halfway there versus being there, the only difference is when the sun lands in your lap, right? In this case, right? In this case, the 10 of Cups, however, right? When that happiness lands in my lap, I will know. And that's all that it is the opportunity of knowing that it's right there. And you know it's right there. And you probably can feel it. And I only can imagine when somebody brings this up to try to get you to think about that, it's probably going to be very irritating. Because I just feel like you're going to be like, how dare you? You're going against my daydreams. Once again, I tell you guys, do not tell people your dreams. They want to destroy them. There's only certain people on this planet that actually give a crap about our goals and our dreams. And and I'm not even, I would like to say that I just said something very negative, but actually, in my life, I've come to the conclusion this is absolutely the truth. I mean, there's even been dreams that I've dreamt about. My husband, I've been married 29 years, and there's even been times that he's just like, that's never going to happen. It's like, thanks. Great. I didn't ask for a unicorn. I said, and he was totally against it. I couldn't even believe it. It like blew my mind. I can't believe you're against my dream. Right? But that's just because they're seeing it from logical standpoints. Sometimes they get too idealistic. They get too, what's the word that I'll be looking for, you guys? They get, they don't see it from a dream point of view. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's not reality, right? Like, that don't happen to us, or, you see what I'm saying? And so it's to the point where it's kind of like, well, but if we don't do that or dream that, then how are we going to do this? Right? Analytical. They become too analytical, right? To where they see it only from one side. And so you have to be very careful about that. Okay? Because people, yeah, you know, they see it from one side like, it's not going to happen. Right? Or sometimes people get jealous of your dreams. Maybe they were jealous because they weren't in the dream. I don't know. Okay, guys, until next time. Peace and love. Bye-bye.